contest is your main event of the evening. Scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing team number 1, accompanied to the ring by C. Edward Vanderpyle, the team of Primetime Peterson and Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
All 4 of these men, big-time players in the WCWA heavyweight title picture.
There's the man right there, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
It's all about Memphis. It's all about Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
That explains it. He's from Memphis. Enough said. Enough said. Okay? We know you're in red.
Primetime Peterson hit the ring here. Likewise, his partner, who many believe may be the next WCWA champion, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, now making his way into the ring. A real throwback, a purist, if you will.
Well, you know, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, he started in the Chicago territories. He wrestled and beat everyone there was to beat out there and made his way to Southern California. He's been all over the place here, wrestling in some big-time matches. And I gotta say, I think I've seen Adam Pearce before, and I think AlKatrazz has reason to be worried about his heavyweight title, especially under the tutelage of the wise and great C. Edward Vanderpyle. This guy's a manager's manager. He really knows how to put it together for his boys.
Well, he better have come up with a good game plan for his team here, because they're facing the likes of Jason Allgood, a real fan favorite down here in WCWA, a staple of this promotion, as well as the man who carries the gold right now, the WCWA heavyweight champion, AlKatrazz.
Well, look at these two. You've got a prison dude who's got the heavyweight belt, yeah, well and good. Then you've got this skinny little, whatever he is. He's like one of those little dogs that when it rains, he looks like a little rat. He's never beaten Primetime Peterson. He admitted to that at the beginning of the show. And Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, I think he's got what it takes to take out AlKatrazz. So I'm really not sure that these guys have what it takes to take out Primetime and Adam Pearce.
Well, that remains to be seen. But again, in a roundabout way, you made a good point there. A lot of scores to be settled in this matchup. A lot of vendettas in the balance here. And they're going to play out. Now, win, lose, or draw, AlKatrazz is going to walk away with that title, but you got to believe Scrap Iron Adam Pearce is going to try and prove something to the champion tonight. He wants to make his bid.
Well, you know what, though? If Adam Pearce and Primetime Peterson are able to get the win in this match, if one of them, particularly Adam Pearce, happens to score the pinfall on AlKatrazz, that's going to do a lot psychologically to make whoever gets that pinfall believe they really have a legitimate shot at the heavyweight title.
Well, write it down, folks. Josh Waldrop actually made an intelligent comment as part of this broadcast. I am astonished.
If you listen to me more often, you'd see that I'm full of those kind of comments.
Bell sounds and we are set for the main event. Big-time tag team confrontation. It's going to be Primetime Peterson starting off with the champion AlKatrazz. And AlKatrazz wants to get his hands on Scrap Iron. He's asking for him. He's begging.
And you know, Scrap Iron wants to get his hands on AlKatrazz just as badly, but he's going to make him wait.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that, Josh. It looks to me like Scrap Iron Adam Pearce a little reluctant, not showing too much intestinal fortitude here, Josh, as far as I'm concerned.
Todd, it's all a matter of mind games. He wants his hands on AlKatrazz just as bad, if not worse, than AlKatrazz wants his hands on Adam Pearce. But he's a master of mind games. He was a master of mind games before he got to SoCal, and now that he's been under the tutelage of C. Edward Vanderpyle, those mind games have intensified. I mean, AlKatrazz is straight out of prison. How smart can he be anyway?
Well, speaking of intense, look at this. Look at this stare down between champion and challenger. And there, just as I thought, tagging right out, mind games, if that's what you want to call them. I call it putting his tail between his legs.
Of course you do. You call it putting his tail between his legs when it's Adam Pearce and Primetime Peterson, but earlier in the tag match you were calling it quick tags in and out, good tag team wrestling.
As the match progresses, not before two people even lock up.
It's a matter of semantics, Todd. You're getting into the head of your opponent, it's giving you a psychological advantage. Nobody knows that better than Adam Pearce and Primetime Peterson.
Yeah, well, if someone was to get into your head, they'd see there's nothing there. Here's the walkout. Peterson leading the midsection. Now falls over to some strikes. And of course, now we see Pearce. When the opponent's in a compromising position, then he's all too willing to tag in.
Compromising position? How weak are you saying Allgood is? The match just started.
Pearce now with the side headlock. Applying that pressure. Again, Pearce is very basic with his approach. He is as strong as you will see anybody when it comes to fundamental wrestling.
You're not going to see a lot of flashy, showy, high spotty type moves out of Adam Pearce. He's old school. He's got the Southern mentality, the Memphis mentality.
But you will see the high speed and high risk out of Allgood, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. And he's got both of his opponents now on the outside. What's going on the inside? AlKatrazz waiting in the wings, propels Allgood up and over.
Now that's just rude. They were consulting their advisor, C. Edward Vanderpyle, and Allgood came uninvited.
And when Vanderpyle hit the floor there, they had Caltech looking for the epicenter of the earthquake.
I hope that Adam Pearce and Primetime helped him up before they got back on the apron. He might be stuck there.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty took a great fall. But slow to get back in the ring.
Taking their time, Todd. Just getting a second wind, regrouping, putting back together their game plan.
Allgood and Peterson now rolling around.
This looks like the Girls Gone Wild video.
I think Peterson might have gotten a thumb to the eye there or something to momentarily gain the advantage. Again, as you mentioned, these two have a history. Blind tackles made. And Peterson and his partner, Pearce, picked a pack of peppers, I think.
I believe they did, Todd. And it didn't get them anywhere except right into each other and out back there trying to regroup and re-strategize their game plan with the Vanderpyle again.
Little X's and O's here on the board. Coach Vanderpyle coming up with the game plan, apparently.
Well, you know, he is the
Either
strategist.
that or he's just asking directions to the nearest Denny's for afterwards.
That's possible.
Vanderpyle can pack away the food, I'm told. Ducked now by Peterson, but could not duck that flying shoulder tackle by the champion, AlKatrazz. Again, for a man of his size and stature, this guy can fly.
See, now what's he going after Pearce for? Pearce wasn't even in the ring at that point. He wasn't tagged in. He wasn't the legal man.
Pearson, the legal man, and now attacking from behind. And AlKatrazz, given his background, I think he's pretty familiar with guys attacking from behind. Scoop and a big-time power slam. High impact there by AlKatrazz. Hook of the leg. Pearce better get in there, and he does. Makes the save. Man, did you see the velocity on that power slam? And speaking of velocity, if Josh Matthews was calling that, he would have said, "Oh!"
And then he would have shot it right to the cat real quick.
What do you think of that, Cat?
But you know something? Of course he had a lot of velocity when he whipped Primetime Peterson into the mat. He outweighs him by about twice as much. That's not a very fair situation for Primetime Peterson.
Hold on now, double team offense perhaps by AlKatrazz and Allgood, yes.
Now where's the referee? Double team, exactly.
Into a leg drop, here's the cover too, and now it's Pearce coming in again for the save. His partner Peterson is in trouble.
My question
You might
is,
say that Pearce's partner Peterson is in a predicament.
and pick and pickle pickle.
He almost got pinned. It's pandemonium. Pearce is in a panic. There's Vanderpyle. All right, I'm out of here.
Perpetuating a ponderance.
There we go. Back to the act. The referee has really lost control of this thing, and now ref being distracted while Pearce getting in the boots here.
Well, it's wrestling 101. You don't lay down in the opponent's corner. I mean, you're just asking for trouble.
I don't believe Allgood did it by choice. Well, it looks like Peterson now is, looks like business is fixing to pick up, I guess.
Definitely is. Peterson is serious now. When he pulls the straps down, it's bad news for Allgood.
Yeah, he's looking to go prime time on his ass. And now Pearce has got him on the outside, and that is not where you want to be with Pearce.
Now you see there, Pearce trying